Good morning, Zio here, and today we'll be looking into the new Saints Row and giving my general thoughts as we look at stuff. And we are going to be looking at the trailer because I haven't actually watched the trailer yet. So yeah, grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? As I completely forget to transition into the intro. But yeah, new Saints Row is getting a reboot, and you know what? I'm okay with that. No, seriously, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know everything about the Saints. I don't. Am I a fan? Yes, I prefer Saints Row over GTA any day of the week. But yeah, I mean, I didn't actually get into Saints until the third game came out, and I acquired a copy of it free somewhere, somehow. It might have been through a PlayStation Plus thing. Anyway, point is, I enjoyed it. Of course, I quickly realized that this is not a game that I can play around my kids either. So it was one of those, they go to bed so I can then play it and have the penetrator out and do things. But yeah, so Saints Row is getting a reboot. Apparently, it's getting a new thing, and there's talk about new Saints and stuff, which I am totally fine with. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just not like this huge dedicated fan to the Saints or something, but the old Saints have done everything at this point. They've gone to being a gang, to being the big bad whatever. They've become a multimedia franchise. They've lost it all. They've recovered it all. They've become president of the United States. They've watched the planet blow up. They became the leaders of an armada of said aliens who blew up the planet. There's really not a whole lot that the old Saints can do at this point. They have done it all, quite literally. So having new Saints with a completely new thing, totally on board with. However, I'm sure everybody else has talked about this because I'm late to the party because I haven't actually watched anything on this yet, but I have seen the thumbnail or the picture of the new Saints floating around, and it leaves me thinking, are we sure about this? Because quite frankly, the new Saints really do look like some Silicon Valley coders' wet dream of becoming a gangster, and yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, the old Saints, they give you that gangster feel to them regardless of what you do. These new ones, not so much. They feel very Fortnite-esque, I guess is the best way to put it. And but I wanna be positive about it, of course. The fact Saints Row does need something, right? There needs to be a new one. I do prefer the gangster and the zaniness that they bring together, although 4 I think was a bit too much. I wasn't a big fan of 4. I went back and tried out playing a bit of 2. I've played all the way through 3, of course. Since that was the first one I started with. And I haven't actually ever touched the first one, so there's that. But 4, I feel like they took it a bit too far. I guess it was the whole idea of being in a simulation kind of killed it for me. It was really, really hard to even finish 4, to be totally honest. But I would play 3. Oh, I could easily replay the third one over and over and over again because, sure, there were some issues there. There were definitely some issues with that, but it felt much more. It was a lot more fun than say GTA, right? Especially GTA 5. GTA 5 is okay for what it is, but compared to the Saints, I feel that it kind of sucks. I'm sure somebody's going to be upset about that. But yeah, so there's talk about it, of course. This talk's been around for about a week, and I'm highly late to the party. But there are some other issues too, where the CCO has apparently said less of the wacky in Saints Row, and I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like, when it comes to Saints Row, it is that whole wacky element mixed with the gangster thing that really allows it to thrive, right? Allows it to be its unique own thing. And if we want to talk about less of the wacky in terms of the fourth one, fine, I'm okay with that. Um, but if you, I think the second one is probably the best, right? Because it still has the wacky, the wacky, the weird, that sort of thing, but also has a lot. It brings them ground. It makes them grounded too, as well. It comes back to the ground, and doesn't just throw them in the air and keep them there or anything like say 4 did, in parts of 3. So I think if we bring it back to the roots of say 2, we should be fine. Of course, the biggest issue right now, of course, is I guess the character design. A lot of people don't seem to be feeling it at all. But yeah, another quote, of course, here from the creative director. Naturally, we look at all things we've done in the past, but the more we did that, the more we started to discover that we were actually blocking ourselves from massive creativity when we have at the studio, which I find is a really weird thing to say, because you're taking a thing that took creativity to the max, but claiming that creativity somehow held you back. I'm not too sure on that. But yeah, this here is the trailer, of course. If you haven't seen it, we're gonna watch it for a second. And for a second, we're not gonna watch too much of it, but yeah,
What do you guys thinking for dinner tonight?
I'm not sure how I feel about them. Like, even those guys, I mean, they look like, I don't know. I guess they give off that criminal vibe, but not like the gangster vibe that I'm looking for from the Saints. You know what I mean?
What you got in the... Oh, stolen Marshall MDI-101 M9 rocket shoulder launchers. Nice. My buddies and I have been looking all over town for those. Have you been hoarding? See, we need them for our startup. It's a criminal empire kind of...
And those two look like tech nerds. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. They look like coders from Google. That's the vibe they give off. Yeah, like I said, like Silicon Valley coder wet dream kind of thing. It's what it feels like. Because these two, seriously, they look like coders from Silicon Valley. That guy looks like the jock that they had at their high school, who now thinks that they're cool, I guess. And him, I don't really know what to say about him. He's got this weird, what is it? Cyberpunk-esque look to it. And I'm pretty sure the Saints ain't going for cyberpunk. How in the world did we even get to where we are right now? Like, seriously. Why are they on the roof? I don't get this. Okay, they came from a parking garage. I missed that. Although this chasing does feel very Saints to me, to be totally honest. Oh, there's dude again.
My friends.
Marshall Defense Technologies. Yeah, I just don't buy it. He doesn't really look too. He doesn't look like he should be part of the Saints, or maybe the younger member, like the newest member of the Saints or something. It just doesn't give that Saint vibe. Some of it does, some of it doesn't. It's just a weird thing. On February 25th, yeah, that's not too bad. That's not like a super far time away. So is that guy supposed to be like the new boss? Is that the one that you get to customize? I assume so, because that's usually how it goes in the Saints game, right? You're playing as the boss man, and you get to customize him to look however it is you want. Well, actually, I mean, when I get around to it, I'm sure he's going to look more gangster when I actually change his looks. But, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about this.
Yep. Here it comes.
I mean, I got it. We need new Saints. We do. But these other ones kind of look like they should be the non-combat ones. I mean, this guy, definitely the combat type. The other one's definitely more of the tech nerds of the group. So I assume they'll get more people. Anyway, that's all I got to say on that. I'm not really sure how to go about what to even think about this. So you let me know what you think, and I will talk to you later.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.